It's Platt, and today we go local. That's next to Platt's Beer of the Week. So it's early June out here in Las Vegas. June 2020 is when I'm recording this, and things are just starting to open back up out here. The casinos are a day or two away from opening. More importantly for us is some of the local breweries are getting to open up again, and their tap rooms specifically. So I thought I would take this chance and help out my local small business by focusing on some local breweries the next few weeks. Today we're going to start off with the Silver State Blonde Ale from Crafthaus. A little background on Crafthaus Brewing. Crafthaus was founded in 2014 in Henderson, Nevada. Henderson is a suburb of Las Vegas, southeast of the Strip, by Wendy and Dave Forrest. They were UNLV grads, local kids, as they would say. And the inspiration for Crafthaus came about to a trip to Europe. They traveled throughout Europe, and they were highly impressed with the beer culture, especially in Belgium. It's just unique, the history, the kind of social aspect, or especially how social drinking is over there, just the passion they have for craft beer over there, and it impressed them, and they thought, well, they need to bring that back to Las Vegas. And in 2014, there really wasn't that much of a craft scene out here. Some of the casinos out here did have brew pubs, but they were kind of playing the hits. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of them do really nice beers. The 777 downtown does some wonderful barrel-aged beers, but no one was really pushing the envelope yet. And again, the average consumer here in Vegas just generally, drink the big brands at their local casino. So with that inspiration, they decided they wanted to open the brewery in Henderson. However, they immediately ran into some issues. Henderson was not zoned properly and just did not have the foresight from a regulatory end to understand the craft brewer, especially the need for a tap room. And so they were inspired to help Henderson kind of come into the modern day forefront as far as regulating nano and micro breweries. They also at the same time helped someone else with an issue. Out there in the same neighborhood in Henderson was Las Vegas Distilling, and they were the first distillery here in Nevada. And they too were having zoning issues with setting up a distributor. Can people come into the distillery? Can we sell direct to the customers? This, that, and the other. Well, what ended up being created was called the Booze District, where both of these places are located is in a warehouse district just off the interstate in Henderson. There's no churches, schools, houses in the area, so they're able to get Henderson to zone that area to where it was more friendly for craft beverage producers. And what ended up happening was they have other producers there now. There's Las Vegas Distilling, there's Crafthaus, there's Bad Beat, there's Astronomy Ale Works, and there's something called Vegas Valley Winery. Vegas Valley Winery is a place where you actually go and make your own wine. You get to pick the grapes, you get to press the grapes, you ferment it, you barrel age it, you go bottle it, you go through the whole process. They get their juice, I believe, from California, even though technically west of here is a winery in Pahrump, but I don't think the grapes there are of wine quality. But anyway, so it's all together, and it ends up kind of almost turning, you could do a mini pub crawl out there, and I've been known to do it myself. They also have several different beer festivals out there, and it's just a nice little day trip you could turn it into. One of the great things about it is because there's multiple breweries out there. When Vegas Distilling first went out there, they were it. And a lot of people don't want to make just a random trip out to the burbs just for one thing. But now that you have all those there, like I said, it's a great time. If you make it out to Henderson, check out the Booze District. A couple more little items about Crafthaus. They were voted favorite local brewery in Vegas Weekly Magazine Reader Poll in 2018. Also that year, they were voted Nevada's greenest brewery. In 2016, Nevada Entrepreneur named them the best family-ran business, which is a pretty nice statement. And with all this award-winning and then kind of groundbreaking on getting some of the zoning done, Craft House has taken off to the point where now they have a second tap room in what's called the Arts District. The Arts District is between the north end of the Strip, the Stratosphere, Sahara, and the old downtown. Now, it's not on Vegas Boulevard, it's on Main Street, but most cabbies can get you there no problem. Well, before we try the Silver State Blonde Ale, let's check out the stats. So since we're going to try a beer called Silver State, I thought we would talk about the Silver State, Nevada. The Silver State's Nevada's nickname, and that came about because of the silver rushes that led to the forming of the state. Originally, Nevada was part of the Utah Territory, but when the big Comstock silver lode was hit in 1859, there was a big push to make Nevada a separate state. The cities, especially in Virginia City, Carson City, out west near Reno, were really blowing up. There's a lot of wealth, a lot of money, a lot of influence going there. So we got our crazy little state called Nevada. One of the more interesting facts about the state of Nevada, and what a lot of people may not know, is roughly 85% of the land, the surface area of the state of Nevada, is in some form or fashion government land, whether it's BLM land, national parks, national wildlife refuge, Native American reservations, the Nellis Air Force test site. Remember, there was nuclear test out here many years ago. Most of Nevada is under government control, which means there's not a lot for the average guy to go see and do. And it's especially impressive when you think that Nevada is the 7th largest state. It's a pretty big state. I've driven around the state, and trust me, it's big, but there's a lot of places where there's just nothing out there because, again, the U.S. government owns so much of the land out here. You just have huge gaps. So there's stretches of the road where it's 100 miles between gas stations. Also, what makes Nevada unique is we are home to a lot of goofy stuff. We have things like Burning Man. If you're not aware of Burning Man is they go out to the desert. I believe it's in August every year. You get thousands and thousands of hippies, beatniks, alternative lifestyle. Just go out in the desert, and they may or may not be medicated to certain levels. You also have Area 51, the supposed home of aliens. Remember, maybe about a year or so ago, there was a movement to rush Area 51 that kind of fizzled out. But there's still a lot of tourists that drive out there, and there's businesses related to it out there. There's beef jerky joints. There's a alien brothel that's out there. And speaking of which, Nevada is also the only state that allows legal prostitution, even though it's technically in the brothels that are usually way out in the suburbs. It's not legal in Vegas or Reno, but again, it does kind of make Nevada unique. A good way to sum it up is just Nevada is a weird, wild, wonderful state, and there's so much more to it than Vegas. Well, enough talking about the Silver State. Let's drink the Silver State. All right, we got a nice white head, about a finger or so, plenty of carbonation on the side of the glass. Not much hop, but a little bit of malt on the nose. Well, that's nice. I pick up more hop on the palate than I did on the nose. Being a blonde ale, it's not aggressively hop, but I do catch a little bit of it in the taste, and there's just a shade of berryness. Flavor comes in. The hop, low medium on the finish. Body wise, this is a lighter beer, perfect for this time of year when things are getting warm. You don't want to just go with your Bud Light, Miller Lite. You want something a little different, but this is still very drinkable. Stylistically, they've kind of hit the nail on the head. Like I said, I picked up just a slight bit more hops than I would on some of the other blonde ales I've tried, but overall still very drinkable. Carbonation, full of effervescence. Man, just a nice, solid, very drinkable beer, very approachable. I've said this about blonde ales before. If you're trying to get your friends to break out of that big beer rut, blonde ales are the way to go, and most brewers make some variation on the theme. So, Crafthaus, thumbs up for you. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe down below. Also, please like the video because it lets YouTube know we're putting out good content. Also, feel free to share the videos. Your friends might like this too. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or beers that you would like me to try, please leave them in the comment section below, or you can always contact me on the Twitter page. Well, until next time, bottoms up.